Inspirational stuff. Meanwhile, back here at the Belfry on the Brabazon course after 5 holes, this is the situation. Matthew Lewis in charge by just one shot from thrower Andrews, Gary Herbert, Alan Hook and Michael Potts in close pursuit. Let's rejoin the action then on the 9th green with Phil Calver. This means a lot to him this day, having lost his sister to cancer. And of course he's just one of hundreds of golfers who've entered this tournament from across Europe, all of which, of course, are donating to the charity just by entering.
Well, this is a tough bunker shot for Gary Herbert, the back of the 10th. Water lying in wait just behind. Safety first measure there. So easy to have scuttled that across the green into the water.
Now here's a talented golfer, 4 handicapper from Burford in Oxfordshire. This is Michael Potts. His tee shot to the 12th. I fancy this one. Nice lines on the swing, Paul.
Yes. Need to be on this hole. He's found the target. So it tees a little bit forward, but it's still a big carry over the water. Now Gary for birdie after that bunker shot. Down the hill all the way here. This is quick.
Tenth green, of course, surrounded by trees. You're never going to sweep all those leaves away throughout the day. Beautiful autumnal afternoon now. The rain keeping off for the moment. Oh dear. Gary not appreciating the trees at the moment. Having 3-putted. That's a shame. Gets 4 points though.
Yes, Michael Potts also had a race at his birdie on the 12th. This is for par. Oh, and he's had a race at that one as well. It seems to be a bit of an issue there for the players today, Kim. Pace of the greens.
Yes, they're a little quicker than they're expecting. Now Potts. Sadly, that's 3 putts for the young man from Burford on the 12th.
Well, this is David Pipe just carrying the lake at the front of the 18th. Played a nice little running shot there up the step. Oh, that's a terrific shot. Hitting the line, virtually the pace. Well done, David.
First look at Callum Swift. This for the par. And on the low side. Most putts are missed on the low side. They call it the amateur side. Well, they're unkindly, but I know what they mean. Great experience for a youngster. A lot of players wearing navy, Seve navy, eh, Paul?
Seve navy, yes. Synonymous with the navy sweater and the white shirt. And that's David Pipe popping in. That's 2 points for him on the 18th.
2 points on the 18th green at the Belfry. Never a bad thing. Let's catch up with Matthew Lewis. The 33-year-old works at Celtic Manor. Been playing golf for 15 years. And played with Jose Maria Olathaba, would you believe, in the Celtic Manor Wales Open Pro-Am this year. What a treat for him. Yes,
it would have been, and Ollie would have been great company as well. Maybe passed on a tip or two. And this is Jason King, a bunker shot at the 10th. Ooh, and he caught that well. Little spin on that one. That is a terrific recovery shot.
Back to the putting work of Matthew Lewis. He hasn't been too good with the short stick so far. I saw him take 4 putts on the 10th. Here he is on the 12th. And saying bye-bye as it goes past. He always has a power game, Paul.
Yes. And Jason, one of those fat grips on his putter there, trying to save a par. Unfortunately, that'll be a 5 on the 10th hole.
Now come on, Matthew. 2 putt for a change. Actually, he's not playing that badly. Figuring very well in this Seve day so far, despite some short game problems. 3 putts there.
Well, we saw young Tom Capelhorn get us underway off the first. Let's have a look at this swing again, Kim. That looked pretty good. This is his second shot to the 9th. And what a fine approach shot it was as well. Terrific stuff from the 13-year-old.
Well, my first memory of Seve was playing golf with him in the Portuguese Open. He was 17, I was 23, and he was part of the reasons I gave the game up. There's many more like him coming along. I thought, I'm off. What an experience that was down there at Valdelobo. Gary Herbert there on the 12th, to about 25 feet away on the par 3.
Yes, there was always a special atmosphere when Seve was in the field. Everybody seemed to just lift the game a little bit because Seve was around. Everybody wanted to see him. As Gary Kelly hits his tee shot at the 12th. And another fine one finding the target there. But that'll be a quick putt coming up.
Yes, you must have plenty of memories of playing with the great man over the years.
Yes, I always seemed to play well when I played with Seve. Probably because I was watching him more and got out of my own way and just played. Tom just missing that on the low side there, but it was a special treat. And look at the panther there on the sweater. That's what Seve always had, didn't he?
Absolutely. Now, the 12th green. Gary Kelly, a man with his own construction company. He's a plasterer by trade. There's Gary. That was smoothly done.
Very good coming from the back of the 12th green. Never easy to get the pace right. He's done a good job of that one. Again, another player with a fat putter grip. And this is a different line now for Gary Herbert coming up the green. Going to give this one a bit of a biff, Kim.
He has. I tell you what, Paul, this man's got a holiday booked in Thailand next Easter. Guess what that clashes with? The Masters, which is part of the first prize for these players. A trip to the Masters. How fabulous. So a certain clash of interest for Gary and his family. What do you think?
Yeah, not sure what you do there. Do you turn left, do you turn right? I think I'll take the Masters. Now look at these fat grips. I'm not really sure. They obviously make the putter head lighter, designed to take the hands out of it, but really you need the feel with the hands. Not for me, but no problem there for Gary.
Yes, in for the par, but it's the other Gary Herbert, who leads 22 points now from Matthew Lewis with his putting woes costing him dear at this stage. Tom Andrews in 3rd place. More from Seve Day after the break.
Both on and off the golf course, Seve Ballesteros was a born winner, a pioneer, a force of nature. Never was this more apparent than in the months when he was first diagnosed with brain cancer. His personal battle against the disease and his determination to help others through his foundation was truly inspirational. He set up the Seve Ballesteros Foundation in partnership with Cancer Research UK in 2009, with the aim to fund cutting-edge brain cancer research to help others diagnosed with brain cancer in the future. Each year in the UK, over 9,000 people are diagnosed with tumours that start in the brain or elsewhere in the central nervous system.
But I feel strong. Lifting weights, look.
Sadly, in 2011, Seve lost his battle. But the work of the Seve Ballesteros Foundation continues in his memory in partnership with Cancer Research UK. And at this inaugural Seve Day, playing alongside the amateur and professional golfers were others with their own reasons for turning up to play in support of the charity.
Keith, he's 16 months ago was diagnosed, and he says everything's looking really good. He had a few more scans about 3 months ago, just waiting on the results of that. But again, that's what the day's all about, bringing together people like that. You know, there's Paul, the other man who's in my 4-ball, who walked from London to Lytham to the Open this year. You know, over 300 miles, you know, raising money for the charity as well.
We're very pleased. We've raised close to £70,000, which obviously is going directly to funding more research into cancer. And very much like Seve was known as a fighter on the golf course, he wanted his fight and the fight against cancer to continue after his sad passing.
A truly magnificent effort there. A 300-mile trek from central London to Royal Lytham and the Open Championship in support of the Seve Ballesteros Foundation.
Gary Herbert leads by 3 clear shots after 9 holes played. So at the halfway stage then, from Matthew Lewis, 19 points. Tom Andrews in 3rd on 18, and Jason King clear in 4th on 17 points. This is Jeff Thrower on the 18th. That is his wife, Suzanne, with more than one bag to take care of, Paul.
Well, yes, Seve had a caddy known as 2 bags, and she's gone one better. She's trumped him.
Ian Wright, wasn't it? Semi's caddy all those years ago. Just missing out on the par there. Jeff, still smiling.
This is Jason King. Started his round on the 3rd. This is the 12th hole, so into his back 9 now. Nice looking swing there. Up and over the water, and just about finds the edge of the green. That's a super shot.
The man in the white hat is Gary Herbert, our leader on the 15th hole. Quite a test up, Paul.
Yes, it is. Par 5.
Yes, sir.
Finding the right level there with the 3rd shot.
Gary taking up golf after watching the 1993 Ryder Cup, where a certain Seve Ballesteros was, of course, involved. Jason King on the 12th for birdie, agonisingly on the lip. So he will just tap the shortest putt of the day in for the par. Good par 3 on that tough shorty.
Yes, and another thick putter grip there, Kim. I'm going to have to try one of those, but this is Alan Hook with his chip shot at the 2nd hole. Oh! Hello! That smartens the card up. That'll be worth 2 points for him for his par 4 there.
Very good from the 17 handicapper Alan Hook. Now back to Herbert on 15. Putt for birdie. Oh, gave it a good run. Ooh, a little bit too aggressive perhaps. So something left in this one for the par. Nervy time. Tester. And he's up to the test. Looks well in control of his emotions on this emotional day, Paul.
Yes, he's holed out well, hasn't he? The weather's just changing for the worst, unfortunately, as Matthew Lewis. This is his shot into the green at the 16th, which has happy memories for your fellow countryman Phil Price. Remember that one back in the Ryder Cup?
He hold it from just about where Matthew's ball is to beat Phil Mickelson. I beat Phil Mickelson Price. He's been known as ever since. The man in orange, not surprisingly, the Dutchman Eli Lederberg. His wife has been diagnosed with breast cancer, recovering as we speak on the 7th. So his motivation is obvious to play in this Seve day. Sadly, no points there for him on the 7th for the 11 handicapper, 47-year-old.
Well, Matthew having putted down to here for his par. Oh no, that's another 3-putt. Really is having a torrid time with the flat stick. Kim today must be playing some super golf, but no point if he can't finish it off.
Yeah, because he's still figuring in this competition very well, in the top half dozen easily. That one safely in. Richard Wise on the 17th is for par, 25 handicapper. He's only been playing golf for a year. It's quite an achievement. So that'll be 2 putts for the bogey. He'll get a shot there though. So net par, 2 points.
And Gary Kelly. Have some of that. Very nicely done.
On the 17th. No gimme this one for Gary Herbert. He will know by now he's doing very well in this Seve day so far. Can he keep it going? Makes his par there on that 17th.
Yes, and from just short of the 17th, along par 5, this is Matthew Lewis. Bit of a divot there. Telltale sign coming up short.
Water, water everywhere. And falling out of the sky right now as well, making this difficult for the players.
And Matthew's due a putt, isn't he?
I'd say so.
In 1 rather than 3 or 4. And that one just slips by again.
But, you know, we're having fun here, but he's a quality player, this guy. And to be figuring so well and putting so relatively poorly It's a good achievement. This is Bernard